Greetings and salutations.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Mayhem Show. Just a couple hours late, but I thought I'd drop in and check in with you guys this morning as promised. I decided I need to start keeping my word. When I say, hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow, I really need to see you guys tomorrow. So I am here seeing you guys tomorrow. There's a few things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Antifa riots a little bit. I know I don't talk a lot about that kind of stuff. Anything that's violent or negative or, real protests. I don't really talk about that stuff. I mostly like to talk about legal stuff, and that has eventually has led to like the Karen Reed stuff. Some other little things I've been covering. But like riots and things like that, I don't really like covering that stuff, but I'm kind of at my wit's end. I'm up here safe in Montana now. I grew up in Los Angeles. I've lived all over the country. I've lived close to DC, a place called Germantown, and Gaithersburg. It was really Gaithersburg. I've lived in close to Detroit. I've lived in Flint, Michigan. I've lived in some places that these riots are taking place. And with the Antifa kind of lightweight takeover of these like anti-ICE raids. Now look, I could say who provoked who, what came first, right? Did the violent protesters come first? Then ICE had to come and protect the ICE agents or the military, whatever. I don't know exactly who's attacking who yet. I haven't really investigated it that much, but I've seen lots of coverage, and we're going to watch a little bit of that today. But there's two wrongs don't make a right, so it really doesn't matter what came first. What really matters is what do we do to solve this situation moving forward. Look, the situation's here. The left can blame the right can blame the left. I would blame the media for Charlie Kirk, instigating with all the hateful content against Charlie Kirk. But when I try to disprove the left from all the negative things they say about the violence baiting coming from the right, from specifically our president, I had set out to disprove all those left-wing, like Kyle Kalinske with Secular Talk, the Midas Report, Keith Edwards, which I'm not a fan of any of those people, but I told myself I will listen to it, not from the point of like, look, these guys are outright lying, which I think they do almost constantly. But I turned my head to think like someone on the left for just a millisecond, and I could really see where it looked like all of us might not be telling, we might be skewing the facts to agree with our narrative. Anyways, it's a holy shithole mess, that's for sure. And I think with all the conspiracy theories that revolving around Charlie Kirk and all the Antifa riots, it really seems like if you were to only be watching YouTube, that our world's coming to an end. Now, as a Christian, I say bring it, right? But I don't think we're close to that end yet. But I don't know. No one knows the date and time. But I do think we need to think of some solutions because it's not safe. It's not safe out there in the cities. I mean, I feel real comfy up here in Montana. I, I mean, my biggest problem is getting my rent paid. You know, being a full-time YouTuber now. I worry about nothing else, and I don't know if it's survivor's guilt because I've lived in all those places, and I hear reports of my friends driving through cities, driving through streets that I used to drive on safely, and it's not safe anymore. Living downtown LA, close to Chinatown, where the mission is. I've lived down there in a loft, and it used to have to walk through Skid Row every day to get to my car. And I felt absolutely safe. Now, it's not safe for anyone down there. And, you know, I have friends and family down there. So that's what we're going to talk about today, just for a little bit. And then I got to go do a tattoo today. Hopefully that'll get me a little closer to my my financial goal for the end of tomorrow. So we'll just have to wait and see. Why am I Samsplaining? Well, I'm just starting the show. Let's go. I'll start to respond.
Good morning to the chaos we ride.
So when I get texts, my own ideas.
Wake up, Sam. He's reborn again. One step forward from where he's been. Turn up the noise, flip the script today. Lights on, Sam. We've got dues to pay. A world on fire, but the winds still blow. This is Morning Mayhem. Welcome to the show.
So we have a lovely, lovely comment from Jen Marie. Hey, Jen, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Jen Marie says, personally, I believe, and this is almost kind of what I was just saying. I believe we as a country need to stop with this left versus right, us versus them rhetoric. That's an issue in my eyes. We as citizens agree on more than we disagree on. That's a media ploy, in my opinion. You know, that's a pretty solid opinion, Jen. And I like, how do we correct this? I mean, we can by example, lead by example, and that's what I plan to do. And you're always going to have someone that disagrees with you, but I think, and I know this is so cliche to say, especially in this community that's been formed by some other communities, or however you've landed here, is that every word that comes out of our mouths has to come from a place of love. Like, for real. I mean, I'm talking about, like, even joking with a friend, saying negative things, maybe using some words that aren't exactly politically correct, being like hyper cognizant of knowing what words are coming out of your mouth, and always coming from a place of love. And you know, my grandma used to tell me, I can't believe I'm quoting a grandma thing. I don't think I've ever done that in this space, but my grandmother used to tell me, my little old Mexican grandmother, she'd be like, "Mijo," because I'd be like, "No, I'm sorry, grandma. You know, I know I'm effing up," and like, I think I had just like dropped out of high school for a second to go on like this surfing tour, and I had said something to someone. Anyway, I got in trouble, and she was telling me to come back, and I was like, I know. But anyways, so she said, and I don't even know if these two things are even related, that like what I was doing and what she was telling me. But she said, if it can't be printed on the front page of the newspaper, then don't do it or say it. And I think in her day and age, that would be almost a perfect way to live. How could you say that now? You know, I mean, there's vile things on both sides that are said about acts, about ideology. And I just don't think that advice would ring true today. Bless her heart and rest in peace, Granny. She was an amazing person. Another friend of mine wrote this poem. It was actually in a song, and he was a friend, and he's no longer with us. He accidentally unalived himself, and that's a story for another day. But he was a singer-songwriter, and he was getting up there, pretty famous. He produced a Madonna album. He was almost married to Sheryl Crow, and they did a thing called the Tuesday Night Music Club, and everyone would jam on a Tuesday night, and everyone would get together and jam. But he has like this little, I call it a poem, but it's really just an ending verse of this song called Goodness Gracious. And the line in it is, goodness gracious, my grandma used to say, the world's a scary place. Things were different in her day. What horrors will be commonplace when my hairs start to gray. And if you really think about that, it's an amazing statement. And kind of like what I was just saying about things being in the newspaper, what would shock someone then is absolutely commonplace now. But I really love that little verse. Maybe I will post it if you guys didn't get to hear it, because I know you guys are involved in your conversations on the side. But it's pretty awesome. I'm just going to say it one more time. Goodness gracious, my grandma used to say, the world's a scary place. Things were different in her day. What horrors will be commonplace when my hair starts to gray. Anyways, that's just for the people that weren't listening. But I'm sure you guys all are. Let's go take a look. I want to take a look at this dude named Nick Shirley. I just got hip to this guy. He's been around for a while. He seems kind of like a young kid, but he kind of likes to throw himself in the midst of all this. And I don't necessarily know if he just does it for effect, or if he really is concerned about what's going on with Antifa and in Portland, LA, New York. But I just wanted to kind of take a look at some of this.
Donald Trump has said this is war ravaged and is sending into the streets of Oregon, the federal government, and has said the feds can use full force against Antifa, who is now declared as a terrorist organization. Right now, you have thousands of people here on the streets yelling, fight back to the federal government. And here in Portland, Oregon, you have an ICE detention facility center that has been occupied by Antifa and protesters for more than 100 days. And assaults on ICE agents is up 1,000% since Trump took office for his second term. Who knows what will happen here in Portland? We're going to interview some of these protesters, and then we'll be going to that same ICE detention facility center where Antifa has one of the strongholds here in the United States. Antifa is now declared as a terrorist organization. Who knows what will happen? And now let's go hit the streets of Portland, Oregon, go talk to these protesters. So right now you have the governor of Oregon chanting, troops in Oregon, we say no. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Governor Bash, what's your message to Donald Trump for sending the feds into Portland?
I had a press conference today. There's a statement online.
What, could you give us one right now?
No, you can fill you in later. Thank you.
Oh, come on, Governor Bash. Is this what democracy looks like? All right, the governor will not give a statement. Now they're chanting, whose streets? Our streets. What do you guys think about the feds coming into Portland?
It's wrong. It's completely wrong.
They say this is the stronghold of Antifa here in the United States, Portland, Oregon. Is Antifa a terrorist, do you think?
No, because anti-fascism is an ideology. It's not one thing you can attribute. If anti-fascists are showing up against your administration, what does that say about your admin?
And here, do you think the feds are needed to take down Antifa?
Doesn't look like it to me. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Do you think Antifa is a terrorist organization?
I don't think Antifa plays any role in it whatsoever. Where's Antifa? Are they here? I don't know who they are. I'm just a proud American veteran who is fighting fascism. What's happening in our government is wrong. It's anti-American, and any patriotic American should be out here just demonstrating against what's happening.
The largest and most known fascist in world history is Hitler. Where would you rank Trump?
If you look at the first 2 or 3 years of Hitler's rise to power, he did not imprison as many people as Trump has.
So Trump's imprisoned more people than Hitler in his first 2-3 years?
Yeah, exactly. To what, 2,000-3,000 people a day? That's far less than were imprisoned during the first 2 years of Hitler in Nazi Germany.
Do you think bringing the feds was necessary here to Portland?
No.
What do you guys think about Antifa, him declaring Antifa as a terrorist organization?
I think it demonstrates that he doesn't know what Antifa is.
Because these people here are anti-fascist, but the idea of Antifa as an organization, is that such a thing?
No, it would be like saying MAGA is a terrorist organization. That MAGA is not an organization in the way that
let me just get real quick to that that statement about Hitler and Trump imprisoning more people. I mean, who knows if that's true, but let's just say that's true. I would have to say that we're imprisoning, and I'm not taking a side on this, but we're imprisoning people that have broken the law, and it's just part of the law of the land. It's not a law that Trump wrote, right? And I'm not trying to I'm not taking sides. So I'm just talking about what that dude just said about Trump being Hitler. It's not even close to a comparison, but some people might disagree. I mean, some in my community might disagree, but I think that's it's a little over exaggerated, and that's not even close to being true. And, you know, a lot of these people don't even know what Antifa is that are out there, you know, supporting Antifa. And like this chick just said, I mean, it might even be a girl. I don't want to be disrespectful and not use his or them, her pronouns, but like he or she just said that it's what did she say? What did she say? All right, let me just back up. The thing is, Antifa is an organization. I think that's what she was saying.
No, it would be like saying MAGA is a terrorist organization.
Terrorizing.
That MAGA is not an organization in the way that Antifa is not an organization. It's incoherent.
And Trump has said this is war-ravaged Portland. Is this a war?
You guys probably couldn't even hear me over that, but I'm not necessarily against that they were designated a terrorist group, but I do think there needs to be room for that to be withdrawn once Antifa kind of cleans up its ranks. I don't think the original Antifa like organizers, like I'm talking about before all the woke ideology and all that stuff has come into play. Like, look, you guys know my history. You guys know my history with being in a certain group, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to get shadow banned. And Antifa was absolutely one of our enemies, and I have friends that are affiliated with Antifa now, and they don't agree with this kind of violent protesting. They just don't. So I don't know. It's a crazy, crazy world. And I see in the comments, and hey, how's everyone doing this morning? Good morning, Jen, James, my other's keeper. Good to see you. Who else is in the house? Teresa Norris is in the house. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Shell Dub's in the house. Who else is here? James Collins cares. John Murray again. And John Lazone. Good to see you, Johnny. Uncle Johnny Busy Welding. Welcome, everyone. Smash that like button with the hammer. Thank you so much, John. Yes, please, everyone, please like the video. It's really the only thing I care about anymore. Just like the video because it does push it out and it will generate views. And that's how I am generating income to support this channel. So if you could, yes, please like and subscribe if you've been here more than a few times. I really want to connect with this Real Tea with Krista Marie. I want to talk to her sometime. So shoot me an email And none of you Samsters don't laugh at that. I always feel like when I tell someone to shoot me an email, that like every single Samster that's here, hey, Grateful, good to see you. So good to see you. Hi to you. I always feel like you guys kind of like chuckle or roll your eyes or just kind of like you want to comment like, no, don't listen to him. Don't send an email because you're not going to get a response. I feel like I'm getting better at it than I was in the very beginning. I bet you I lost over 300 subscribers in the beginning because of the way of the attention that I gave emails. And if I could just push back on that a little bit, if you choose to unsubscribe just for that, then yeah, maybe I'm not the person for you. I do know a few of you have come back. And thank you. I know I'm a whack job and I suck at communication and I really do think I need meds. I mean, I have meds for the other way, but like some kind of like focus medication. Is there even such a thing? I think if I could just get back into the gym, that might help stay focused and I would sleep better. Like my sleeping schedule's off. Staying focused is completely off. James Collins Care says, Sam, you legend. I love this kid. I love this kid too, man. Someone said JD Delay comes in here in a bit. Jem Marie says, I've been to many protests. Yeah, I bet. And have you ever seen anything like this? Yes. Yeah. I'm reading your comments now, Jem Marie. So you don't even have to answer what I just asked. We have a constitutional right to protest in America. Why do we have to label everything? Protests are an act of war now. No, I don't necessarily, respectfully, I don't necessarily think that it's a war now. And it just goes, I need to go back to what I said in the beginning. Like, we can say like, okay, who started it? You know, then we sound childish. Like you started it. So now I think because the protesters started attacking the ICE agents or at least keeping them from moving forward with what they were doing. And I guess there have been some, well, I don't even need to mention that, but, and from everything that I've seen, and please, Jen, you know my heart, and the rest of the community, you guys know my heart. I'm not like saying, yeah, get these fools, they're doing the right thing, smash heads. That's not even close to what I'm saying. But from all the video that I have seen, it seemed like when the protesters were blocking people, and this is in the beginning, the agents from going out to work, that they were blocking and they were really trying to do it peacefully and, just kind of like slowly, like just edging and, maybe like, look, the protest is noted. Just protesting, I don't think is necessarily how we fix a problem. This problem, protest is needed to get the word out, to create a demonstration, to make everybody aware that this is how we feel about a situation. But from there, what do? Then we have to go to the ballot box, because that's really the only place. I know some of you might laugh at that are truly centered like I am, because I'm super centered. Like my center is pretty wide both ways. As you guys all know from hearing the way I talk about these kinds of things. But the ballot boxes really needs to happen. And I know with this two-party system and it's almost impossible. So what do we do? Now everything has to be a war? Because we have to protect the agents, right? And we have to protect the protesters. And I think that's being done for the most part, but you're always going to have bad actors on both sides. On both sides, I do think that the federal agents and anyone that's in law enforcement do have a little bit of extra accountability because they are wearing body cams. But I have seen some unnecessary violence. I know I seen one where an ICE agent had water thrown on him, and he really overreacted and picked up this kid, or I don't know how old the person was, but he was much smaller than the agent, and slammed him and put handcuffs on him. That can be from fatigue, from frustration. I'm not giving him an out. I think the dude should be charged with some kind of charge. It wouldn't be a criminal charge because technically he was assaulted first, with the water. But what I'm saying is, like, some kind of retraining with these guys that overact out. It's such a complicated, convoluted situation. Like, I just want there to be some solutions. Like, I've never even covered this stuff because I was hoping it would just die off, and then these guys would start like solving their issues and their problems that they're having, but it's not happening. It's getting worse and worse. So I have to say something. And I'm just asking everyone to pray. Just pray about it. And if you don't believe in prayer, you have to believe that there's something higher, bigger out there. The universe we're all connected in this strange big ball of love that's light, and we're all sparks of that light and that love. It all resides within us. That's like what Charlie Kirk said. He's like, how can I hate with which I love? When he'd be asked about people of other races and of sexual preferences or gender identity, they're like, why do you hate it? I'm like, I don't hate you. I love you. I'm just saying these are my values and the values that I think are right for the country. That's all he ever said. But anyways, what I'm saying is, he understood how we're all sparks of that light, no matter what your sins are or it doesn't have to be sins, or what your preferences or whatever you do, as long as you're not hurting others, it's okay. You still have that spark of that love light that reside in you. I really need to put this down on paper so I can explain this better. But I think most of you understand that we are all just love. What else are we here to do? Not to be at war with each other. That's not what it is. And I think a lot of these people try to come from a place of love. I'm talking about both sides. But then ego steps in and takes over, and we're not going to get punked out. You need to support what I am and what I do, or else. Hold on real quick. Hey, I'm live. I'll call you right back. Okay, bye. I forgot where I was at with that, but when ego steps in and we start demanding, no, you're gonna do this or else, and that's on both sides. Like, look, I really truly understand like the pronoun stuff, but if I accidentally don't use your pronoun, that doesn't mean I should be canceled or that I should be labeled as a hateful hate monger. That's never happened to me, but it's happened to a friend of mine, and I don't appreciate that. He truly didn't know, but and he's in the legal system, and it was someone else in the courtroom, and he truly didn't know, but this person thought they should have known. But anyways, sometimes that there has to be a little more understanding with that, and not be weaponized. And then whatever we have on this side, and I say we just because I would be considered more conservative, right? When we start talking about these solutions, like Jen had mentioned, and all the labeling, I think until we come up with some solutions, and to be well represented, we do have to kind of label ourselves for a second, until we can come together as one and be one, label of some sort. I don't even like the word label, but do you know what I mean? We have to say, like, this is what I believe. Okay. And that's what you believe. Where can we find that common ground? What can I own? What can I own within my belief system, and what I really want to stand up for? Like, there's a lot of things I believe I don't necessarily think I would stand up for. Like, prove me wrong, or like, look, if it would make peace between me and you, then you know what? I won't stand on all 10 toes about that belief anymore, because if it's going to cause a rift between us, then maybe it's not that important. I don't know. I plan on just kind of watching this for entertainment. I think this always happens with me, and I'm always saying that, like, I didn't plan on talking about that. It really wasn't. I just wanted to come out and say hi, and sorry I didn't come on earlier. I wanted to check in with you guys, and kind of like watch this kid. But you guys are saying he gets like thrown out and some other things. I think I did see a clip of that where the police had to escort him out. Like, look, this kid's just reporting, and no matter who he represents, right or left, he's just reporting. He doesn't have a gun. He's not throwing water on people. He's not threatening anyone. I mean, he's seriously just asking people questions. And if he got attacked for that, come on. What's really the problem? What's really the problem? And all these people running around with masks, and I know, and if we're going to say who did it first, I know for a fact that the agents did it first. They masked up, so everyone else masked up. For the most part. I mean, there's been masks on both. But anyways, you guys know what I mean. Now it's just a crazy anonymous thing. I don't really know what else to say about it, but just can we all just like calm the F down, man, and just find where we have some common ground. I mean, it all sounds trite when I'm looking at these images of
ravaged city.
Show me where the war is. Point to it.
Not war ravaged during the Black Lives Matter protests either. I was part of a Buddhist group, and we would go out at about 5 o'clock in the evening in Chapman Square, where at night there would be all the stuff going on. We would do peaceful walks. Never a problem. No one bothered us. We would see people setting up for the nighttime stuff, but it was all fine.
If this is war ravaged, like I said, all wars should look like this. This is my fervent prayer.
Do I look like a domestic terrorist to you?
Oh, I love what she just said.
I'm a boomer. I'm a septuagenarian, and Donald Trump thinks I'm a threat
We need to be
to America.
Prayer.
What's he smoking? He's a total fascist.
Ma'am, you're moving.
Maybe I sometimes my audio gets cut out when I'm talking about, like, she just said fervent prayer. I love that. I love that. I want to buy a shirt that says, let's be in fervent prayer. Let's see what this old crazy lady has to say. That's one thing about Portland, man. They keep it weird. My mom and stepdad moved from Portland. I don't know how many years ago. Not that long ago. And moved back east to be close to my nieces and nephews. And yeah, I couldn't imagine them living in Portland now. They wouldn't be there. They wouldn't be down for it.
Been pretty quick for a boomer. Look at you. You got your polling and everything.
That's right. Got to move when you have to. I got to sit back for a few years taking it easy, but now it's not the time. We have to fight for everything we can get.
Are you part of Antifa?
Oh, yeah, right. Am I against fascism? Hell yeah, but it's not an organization. It's a philosophy. It's an ideology. It's just an excuse, a pretext for the government to find a way to invade our
Did you guys
cities.
hear her? She's
So you're not a terrorist.
She said,
No.
she's like, yeah, I got to rest for a few years, but now it's just time to come out and fight. We got to fight for everything we get. I'm not laughing at her. Please know that I'm laughing at the boldness and I mean, she's just adorable. She makes me want to go, you're so cute. Yeah, I hope Portland's left alone too. Let's see. I just went down to the bottom to check out the comments. Jen Marie says, in case no one knows, I am not arguing here. Oh yeah, definitely not arguing. I know that. Oh yeah, Jen Marie. Oh yeah, sometimes the new people in the chat will be like, leave Sam alone. It's so funny. And I'm just like, no, we're friends. We're just talking. Yeah, boomers know how it's done. That's right, Robin Bliss. Yeah, that's right. They know how, I mean, come on now, right? I mean, I wouldn't say World War II, but I mean, what, Korean War, Vietnam War, war in Iraq, Desert Storm. They've been through it all. They've been through so many presidents, so many different she said ideology, but ideologies and I don't know, man. They do. They know how it's done. Like I would so want to take a picture of her, but not to make her like a sideshow, but I would love to take a picture with her.
No, I don't think you look like a terrorist, ma'am.
No, not lately.
You're moving too quick with the walker to be a terrorist.
Yeah, totally.
So these people right here are anti-fascist. That's an ideology. But the group of Antifa is different. That's who Donald Trump has declared as terrorists. The organization of Antifa, the group of people that receive funding from groups to then go out and incite political violence against their opposition, as they are part of the group.
I mean, and that's really let's just be honest, right? Let's just be honest. And this isn't even a far reach. If our president, because I can't say his name too many times or else no one will see this video. If our president declares that organization, if it's an organization or not, but there is somebody receiving funding, and that funding is most likely from Soros, right? And this is just him trying to get Soros. This is their beef. And what sucks is that they're using all of us as their pawns, Soros included, and our president included. If I really think about that, that will start to really piss me off. How we're being used and how, oh man, you don't even know, man. Like I don't even want to like start even thinking that or feeling that and like in my gut, because yeah, like I mean I would feel like all bets are off and I would be like down to and I'm talking about like I would consider myself both left and right. You punks are using us pawns in your little whatever. The pen is mightier than the sword, especially my pen knife. Sorry, I had to make a silly joke. His little pen knife. Jim Reese says, I refuse to label myself. Sorry, I'm an independent thinker. Hear, hear. Yeah, this is just such a touchy subject. I don't really even know why I came down this road, but and I don't trust any politicians anymore. Maybe James. What do you think about that Marjorie Taylor Greene? She just I like what she says sometimes. I just don't like the way she says it. And I think just because of her southernness, it just automatically comes off as like she's a racist. And I hate saying that because I really like her. I really like her, but I don't know I don't know like a lot of her ideology or like how she votes or I just the few hearings that I've seen her in, she's been badass. Okay, Jemery says, all I ask is for people to pay attention to what the president and his appointees are saying. The language is dangerous, in my opinion. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be I don't think I've ever heard him say make a call for peace, to even use those words, the word peace. I mean, please, someone help me out. Find somewhere where Donald Trump has even said the word peace. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I get so much farther and farther away from Yes, I do know your heart as well, Jen. We didn't start the fire. We didn't start the fire. Why the need for military in Portland? Well, I mean, weren't they already attacking ICE agents? I mean, I don't even think the military's there yet. Those trucks are just ICE agents, right? See, I don't even know enough. I shouldn't even be speaking on it. Going to Antifa protest. Because it's hard to tell, like, what's military and what's police force. I want to see this real quick.
Bully people, and they want to make it known that any resistance will be dealt with. They're not doing good. They're not doing anything but making things worse.
You think that was an unlawful arrest?
Yes, absolutely.
What should the feds do when people do kind of start putting their hands on them, start resisting?
What should the feds be doing?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you even explain putting hands on people when the feds walk out here in a straight line and bulldoze the crowd off their own property? That's not enforcing legal arrest. That's assault. As somebody who lives self-defense, I can tell you there's nothing defensive about what they're doing.
What do you mean you live self-defense?
I teach and practice self-defense. I've integrated that into my life in a huge way.
So if a police puts his hand on you, what are you going to do?
Police put their hands on me, I'm not giving them a chance. They're already too close. I know who these people are. They're dangerous. I'm not stupid enough to get that close. In fact, if you were watching a minute ago, one of these jackasses tried to run me over.
You have this crowbar right here. What's this for?
Shepherd's crook.
You have a shepherd's crook.
Yeah.
What's that for?
Shepherd's crook? This is for me. This is just like kind of like a walking stick. But also, I mean, think about it like this, right? You came out here wondering what that was, thought it was a crowbar. It's a shepherd's crook. It's a sign of peace. Jesus himself walked around with these. This is peace.
So you're just trying to be like Jesus out here?
No, I'm just trying to be myself. That's all I'm doing.
We're Portland. This is our mother. Keep it weird. We're together in the streets. Come out. Showtime. Jiggy, Moziggy. Get the f out of here. Portland, keep it weird.
See, we're wearing masks to protect ourselves from you.
I can't hear you with that mask on.
Take a fucking hit.
What?
Take a hit.
Oh, what's the hint? About what? Hey, I can be here.
You can be here, but you can't be doing that shit.
Do what? What am I doing wrong?
Sticking your camera.
Hey, stop it. Stop it. So right now you have a bunch of people who are here documenting, just like I'm doing, and they are labeled as the opposition here. And they will not let you speak. They try to take your camera. This Antifa group out here, they say they're not a part of Antifa. They say Antifa is not an organization. Everyone's in the same colored clothes. Everyone is going after the same exact people. This is very much an organization. Look at this guy. It really does just, hey, what was that for? It really does feel like you're just a little kid. Somebody just came and charged me from the back. What was that for?
Make me. Make me. Make me.
See, these guys are just, I mean, they're fighting each
This guy was
other.
going after him. They pulled off his glasses, and he punched the girl back. and now you have the whole entire mob.
I mean, look, I mean, this dude's already been assaulted really
what are you
twice.
doing? Hey, I didn't do
Now
anything.
look at this guy.
You get out of here. Don't try to hit me.
Get out of here.
Well, I have
Get
no.
out of here. Don't come back.
Get away
If I
from
see
me.
you again,
Get away from me, sir.
get the
Where are you?
fuck-
You're pushing me onto the road.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let me move. Let me get out. If you're gonna let me get out.
Fucking walk.
Hey, sir, stop it.
Fucking walk.
Stop.
Walk.
Why doesn't
What
he
are
have
you doing? Why are you
security?
so mad? I didn't do anything.
You did.
What did I do?
Walk.
I haven't done anything.
Walk. Do not come back.
Watch out.
You come back. I'm
That
gonna
dude who's
fucking shoot you.
look,
Really?
Listen,
Yes, really. I'm
Why?
gonna smash that. fucking
that dude who's
Stop it.
forcing him out of there.
Stop. Sir, stop it.
Stop sticking your camera in people's fucking face.
I have the right to be here.
Okay, did I say?
I have the right to be here. I have the
Stop.
right to film. You have DHS watching you right there.
Stop.
Lasered on you.
I
You have a
didn't do
sniper
nothing.
lasered on you right
I
now.
don't give a fuck.
Stop it.
Stop
You-
sticking your camera in people's face.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
You have a sniper on you right now. You have a sniper on you right now.
I don't know if that's
Chill. For what did I do?
Sticking your
I had the
camera-
right to be here.
Stay right there.
I had the right to be here. They now just said they're going to make a targeted arrest on somebody out here, and now Antifa is all running. Look, they are literally running away. Now they're making a targeted arrest on somebody.
This is the first time since June they've been down here.
This is the first time Portland Police has ever been down
Since
here.
June.
Since June. Why is Portland PD coming down?
Because the president has, turned his hand and said, hey, if you're not going to come down, we're going to send the military and the National Guard. He forced their hand.
They have arrested a man.
I mean, look. I mean, everyone who's like pushing people and telling people you can't be here. He wasn't sticking his camera in anyone's face. But look, like what I was gonna say, and I'm gonna end it on this, guys, and because look, I don't even know how to talk about this. I really don't know how to talk about this because I've been involved in some movements in my past. You guys know my history in federal prison. I know guys who talk like that and walk like that, and what they're about and what they're about. I could almost guarantee you that in that Antifa group, there's probably some, I don't even know if I should say it, but there's probably some people that aren't Antifa, but they're there to make Antifa look bad. They're there to say that they are Antifa and they're going to do things to disrupt and make them look bad to create more of a war because their end goal is a thing. And I'm going to end it on this and you guys can Google it and look it up. But their end goal is RAHOWA. RAHOWA. It's an abbreviation for something. And I want you guys to look it up, do your homework, come back tomorrow, and we'll talk a little bit about RAHOWA. And by the look, when that dude pulled down his mask, I know those dudes. I know the dudes that walk and talk like that and how they instigate. I'm telling you right now, look up RAHOWA. This might be what they're trying to do is to get the RAHOWA started. And I will, disinformation specialist, do that. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll find some other stuff. We'll definitely talk about some stuff, some positive stuff. What I really wanted to talk about too is that I am going to start doing some shows, some recovery issue shows, relapse prevention, peer support, etc. I want to do at least 1 or 2 shows a month that are focused just on those and be consistent with those. And so we can build that recovery community a little bigger and better. And those of you that aren't in recovery, but that are here and that just want to hear some like positive ways to live life and to deal with situations, how to respond, how to take action instead of react. those would be awesome shows. Maybe I'll develop a certain thumbnail that's specific just for those shows. But yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm super excited about that. And that was really Lynn's idea. I mean, we've talked about it in the past, but like I really think, you know, instead of me sitting here complaining about, you know, my issues I have going on in the real world, and I can at least take some of that negative time and start working on some positive stuff. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to the original. The original After the Bars. We are a redemption. We are redemption headquarters. That's right. That's right. I'm just going to make it up as I go along. Please be consistent. I know. Quit yelling at me, John, or else I won't be consistent, because my ego will take precedent over my heart. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah, I will text you. All right, guys. I love you guys. Even you, John. Heather Mac, John, don't I want to visit either. Oh, wait. I live here. Yeah. All right, guys. And maybe you guys can tell me a little bit about what's going on up in Canada tomorrow. I am super interested in finding out what's happening up there. If you guys have anything like this that's going on up there, man, I guess I'm not going to get to the 20 videos I wanted to show, but that's all right. I love talking to you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Be sure to be here or be square. I'll try to do a little bit earlier. Look for the thumbnail. Turn on your notifications all to on. Please like and subscribe. Please be kind to each other. Please be kind to yourself first and foremost. I love you guys. Mahalo.
Stay loud. Don't be woke. Stay wild. Stay awake.